How's it going? My name is Ruubez and welcome to a week ago. Now, I haven't even been to sleep yet because Game of Thrones comes out in an hour, and you know, this time I thought I'd embrace the premiere thing just because it's bank holiday. I'll spend the entire day on social media anyway if I don't, and then I'll get it spoiled for me. And very helpfully, Sky Atlantic have got last week's episode on right now, so I'm watching that, which will be for the third time. I've actually watched it twice already. But anyway, if I'm up at this time, I need a drink. Just watch Game of Thrones. It's so fucking good. And now I'm off to bed. Very emotional. Coming to you a bit more awake than I was last time. Yeah, I stayed up to watch Game of Thrones. I went to sleep at about 3:30 and got dragged out of bed about 11:30. My mum was like, "It's too nice to stay in bed all day." I was just like, frowns. Yeah, a week ago's just gone live and I have a driving lesson in half an hour. Yeah, should be fun. Doing traffic lights and signals and all that stuff. So it's going to be a very different route this time, theoretically, because apart from an accidental, like, temporary traffic light, like the routes I've been doing don't have traffic lights, so it's got to be a new route. I wonder if I'll go into town. Who knows? And then when I get back, I'm going to film some shit, because I have video ideas. I want to get them done. That's part of the reason as to why I actually have makeup on today. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? So, that was a really good driving lesson. I had a lot of fun. Didn't go to town. We're going more townwards next week. It's because there's roundabouts. And that's the topic that we're covering next time. So, that's why we didn't do it. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm probably about to film. And I want to get this right because that's going to annoy me if I don't get it right. Let's do some filming. I have finished filming! It took me 35 minutes to film a video about 6 sketches. That's 7. To film a video about 6 sketches. That's 6. And my camera's flashing because it's about to die. So I'm gonna get on with editing it. It's gonna be a bit of a complex edit, this, because it's gonna have like clips from the old stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna interlock it, and I decided to get a bit funky with the editing again. Yay! I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you did enjoy it. That'd be great. Nose. We just finished watching Game of Thrones again. Again for me, not again for them. Yeah, that's bank holiday pretty much over. I say that. I still have 2 more days off to go, whereas they don't. I'm not gonna complain. 2 days, and one of which is Avengers Endgame. Oh man, I'm so excited. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm off to a 25 to midnight screening. I don't know why it's 25 minutes to midnight, especially to say it's a 3-hour movie, so it's gonna be so good. Seeing it with my friend Joe. I ain't seen Joe in a while, to be fair, so it'll be good to catch up. And I'm gonna spend my night playing some video games now, because I have no life. I'm gonna edit the new video tomorrow. Make a day of it. There's a lot to do. Let's do some editing today. So, sat here editing the video that's coming out this week, about halfway through it now, and I get an email, and this email contains a press copy of the upcoming Frank Carter album that comes out next week, or this week when you're watching this. So, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a Ruubez reviews. I mean, that was the intention when I actually asked for a press copy, but I didn't think I would get it, so that should come out next week then, I guess. And with a cut, edited, I'm gonna get some food. I had a watch through and I did enjoy that. Yeah, it's a bit long again. I always think that over 20 minutes is a bit too long for just a normal video. Again, I can't cut anything out because of the way that the video works, so I've got it as tight as I can, but I can't get rid of anything else. I do think it's worth it. Like, hand on heart, I think this is the kind of content that, like, I enjoy. Let me know if you did. Well, I didn't get the job, but it was a good experience for interviewing and stuff like that. Yeah, they gave me some feedback, which was, like, I have great YouTube skills and I know the trans audience. I just don't have enough experience editing video packages for other people. Yeah, I know what I've got to work on, and it's getting more experience. That old chestnut. This time tomorrow I'll be fully in hype mode for Avengers Endgame, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about it in terms of, you know, talking about it, because I've already got a video sorted for Thursday, and I definitely won't have time to get anything going out on Thursday. The next week's reviews is already taken, so I might just keep it in here. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. Depends how much I have to say. And obviously, you know, if I do start talking about it, there will be timings and stuff like that to go to if you want to avoid everything about it, as I would. It's Endgame day. Oh, so I filmed the review. Put that there because, you know, I thought it might do something. It'll be interesting to see what the response is to my review, because obviously music is subjective and that basically undermines my entire degree, in the sense that, you know, like, I like pop punk music, but a lot of people trash pop punk music, including critics. So it's like, you know, what's the point? But again, that's my degree. Crippling self-doubt begins. That review's coming out next Thursday. The album comes out on Friday. Watch and listen to both, please. Anyway, going to Endgame. Going to Avengers Endgame later on tonight, meeting Joe, and we're getting food, Bar Maroc, again. I will be burning my mouth off with green chilies on a pizza, and drinking Fentimans cherry cola, because it's amazing. But yeah, so in the meantime, I guess I might as well get on with editing this review. So in 3 days, I've managed to release one video, film and edit 2 videos, and have another video ready to go. So I think that's been a very successful 3 days. And now I get to enjoy my evening. This film is going to ruin me. I should have gone for waterproof eyeliner. I forgot my camera. This is crazy. It's crazy, there's so many people. Oh man, that was so good. So good. I'll talk about it later because it's currently after 4 AM because it took me an hour to get a taxi. No, the film actually finished at 10 to 3. Sat around during the credits anyway, even though I knew there wasn't an end credit scene. And it took me an hour to get a taxi and I just got home. So, I'll talk about it later. But yeah, I'm really annoyed that I forgot my camera. Because I've realised today there's a crack in my screen where the camera is. Just like my last phone. Oh boy, am I glad that I decided to set a few extra alarms this morning. Oh, I would have slept in for work. Anyway, let's do this thing. I am not ready. Not ready. Nope. Oh man, that shift. It wasn't because it was busy, because it wasn't. But we were just doing so much. I think it's also a combination of, you know, me having 3 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep. Not enough sleep, basically. I'll be talking about Endgame later. Oh, this. Yeah, that's the poster I got. I'll show you that too. Again, I believe it was Matt Ferguson that did it. He's been doing all of them, including like the special edition Blu-ray covers. And he's from Leeds. Yorkshire. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. I need to go and see that film again. It's so good. This is such a cool poster. Like, I really, really enjoy it. It'll be interesting to see if they're doing what they did with Avengers Infinity War and releasing different posters for different periods. But yeah, can't argue with this. Captain Marvel, Captain America, Hawkeye, Thor, and I've forgotten her name, but it's the woman from Black Panther. So that was the poster, but in terms of the movie, to keep it as spoiler light as possible. If I mention anything, post-production Ruubez will put a time here to go to. If there's no time here, you don't need to worry. Anyway, I really recommend that you see this film if you are a fan of Marvel in any way. If you've seen Infinity War, you might as well see it anyway. And if you've seen, you know, just like any of them, I just recommend that you watch it. It was such a great movie. To say it was over 3 hours long, and you know, there's like not a single boring moment. Everything is all, you know, there for a reason. It's full of callbacks and heartbreaking moments, and it's just amazing for the entire time. The introduction, I couldn't believe they did what they did in the introduction, and that left me shaken. And it really explains so much about what particular characters do throughout this movie. There is a lot of character behind this. You see them with their flaws, you see them having human characteristics. Like, you see the male characters being vulnerable and emotional. You see the women characters being strong and empowered. There are 3 very distinct acts to this film. The first one takes place a few days after and about 5 years after. There is a 5 years later point in this film. The second act is very much all over the place in terms of time, but really succinct in terms of production and how it comes across. It's a great middle act. And the final act is just... oh. There are so many emotional moments in the final act that, you know, you need to go into this film with a designated tissue buddy. I need to see this film again really soon. The cast obviously isn't as big as Infinity War because, well, but, you know, like, there are so many characters in this and they all get screen time, and you just think, how have you managed to do this just to the extent that they have? And it's like, oh, the Russo brothers have made such a good film here, and it's the best way to cap off the end of like this phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We obviously knew that there were other movies coming, and it just wouldn't have been practical for them to, you know, keep them secret, because that's not how the movie business works. But if they could have kept from, you know, like, saying what movies were coming afterwards until, you know, like a week after Endgame came out, I would have just added an extra level of like nerves just for when certain characters are on screen, because, you know, like, we know that they have other movies coming. They can't be dead, you know. They'll come back. Obviously that's a very idealistic approach, but what can I say? Sometimes I'm an idealistic woman. Oh, and Wonder Woman's haircut. I mean, you know, Brie Larson, you know, just in general, but, you know, with that haircut. I'm sorry, Brie, if you ever watch this. Not that you ever will, but, yeah. Obviously her power is incredible, like, you know, she's basically the most powerful being in the universe. And I think the way that she is used is exactly how, like, she needed to be used, because otherwise, you know, when you have a character that powerful, where are the stakes? I think I managed to keep that pretty spoiler free, to be honest. You know, it's hard to talk about a movie without talking about what goes on in it, and there is a lot that goes on in this movie. It's over 3 hours, and almost every single moment just has something going on that, you know, like, later affects points and how characters make their actions and stuff like that. Go see it. Go see it. I slept for 12 hours last night. 12 hours. I mean, it was gonna happen after, you know, barely getting any sleep after Endgame. So, today, got 2 shifts at work. Yeah, that's about it. There's not really much going on. It's warm though. I'll give it that. It's very warm. Right, made you out of bed. And now it's time for shift 2. Another quiet one. I do believe I might have slept a bit too long last night, because I still feel tired. It's like I woke up at about 7, felt perfectly okay. Went back to sleep, woke up at 9, and then was absolutely fucked. And not in the preferable way. Right, let's go to work. As expected, quiet shift, early finish. I went and bought a pizza from the shop. So I'm back at work in the morning. Then I finished until Thursday, which is good. Anyway, I'm about to get changed, so avert your eyes. So I slept in this morning. Woke up 10 minutes before I was supposed to go to work. Managed to make it on time though, that's a good thing. Well, Saturday completely disappeared. We just finished watching Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes, the first one, because Mum is obsessed with Jude Law. It's enjoyable. Like, obviously the film has loads of flaws, and they worked on that for the sequel, but yeah, as far as Sherlock Holmes go, it's not the worst. It's not the best, but yeah, it's decent. And Robert Downey Jr. Now though, got no idea, probably, I don't know. Well, it involves caffeine, put it that way. Cheers. Well, you know, Sunday might as well start eventually. Say I've been awake since about 6 hours ago now. Only just getting around. Yeah, don't know what it is. Today and yesterday I've just sort of disappeared. Almost entirely. I haven't even started editing a week ago yet. I've already made the decision not to stay up and watch Game of Thrones tonight because I have a blood test in the morning. And it's a very early one. It's a fasting blood test. So I can't even drink, you know, like a coffee to keep me awake overnight. So what's the point? I'll just watch it tomorrow. So from like 10 o'clock tonight, it's just water. Just water. I don't like water. Make sure you're paying attention to the Songs for Ruby Tuesday playlist this week because it updates on Tuesday. As in tomorrow if you're watching this the day it comes out. And honestly, the songs I have lined up for this month are absolute bangers. Yeah, I doubt there's going to be a lot of change because obviously like I don't update it until Tuesday and I might listen to something quite a lot, but the main bulk of the tracks that are guaranteed to be on there are amazing. I'll leave a link in the description. So if you're watching it on Monday, you'll be able to see the last of the playlist from last month, and if you're watching this any other day, then the new playlist will be there. But I'm about to do my driving lesson stuff and, you know, spend the entire night wishing I could have another coffee. I've still got 4 hours. But after that, just water. I also now have a bet on Game of Thrones tonight with a friend, and it's sort of making me want to stay up, just so that I know if I'll be a fiver up at the end of the episode or not. But at the same time, you know, is it worth it? I mean, probably yes, but yeah. Even though it may look like I haven't left this chair all day, I promise you I have. I've even left the house today, but I'm calling it a week. So, you know, if you did enjoy this week, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that generic YouTube shit. See what happens next week. What is happening next week? I don't know. Ooh, yeah, I do know what's happening next week. I'm not sure what's going to happen with next week's a week ago, because I have plans for Sunday. And this is a first. So, yeah, who knows? We'll find out. It may be delayed, and if it is, I apologise, but, you know, it's a requirement. It's going to be a few strange weekagos coming in May. So, yeah. Anyway, like I said, I've been Ruubez, and I'll see you a week ago. Adios. Bye.